years, comparing ages, or telling themselves that what they feel should be ignored just because the path looks unusual from the outside. Number what they feel is stronger than that, and that is why this reading opens with such a clear message. Do not let the age difference make you question the depth of this bond, because in this person's heart, the feeling has already moved past surface attraction. It has already stepped into something more serious and future-minded than you may realize right now. The first card opening this message is the Two of Wands. This is the card of looking ahead, not enjoying a connection in the moment, not just being curious, not just feeling tempted. This is someone standing still and thinking about tomorrow, thinking about what could be built, thinking about what life might feel like if they allowed themselves to trust this connection fully, thinking about whether the future they want may actually include you. The Two of Wands says they are not only drawn to you, they are considering you. That matters. Because when someone begins to place you inside their future thoughts, the bond has already become more than fascination. The next card stepping forward is the Hierophant. This card speaks about commitment, structure, and choosing a path with sincerity. So even if there is an age difference, this person may not be looking at you as something casual or temporary. They may be asking themselves whether this bond could become stable and lasting. The Hierophant is not the card of shallow excitement. It is the card of real intention. So while other people might look at the connection and only see what is different, this person may be looking deeper. They may be seeing honesty, emotional safety, real understanding. And when that kind of bond appears, the heart starts caring less about what seems unusual and more about what feels true. The next card arriving here is the Six of Cups. This is a beautiful sign because it says there is emotional ease between you, a sweetness, a natural softness. Something about the way the connection feels may make the age gap seem less important once you are actually in each other's presence. Because some people make us think and some people make us exhale, this person may feel that exhale with you. They may feel understood in a simple way, comforted in a simple way, drawn in by a kind of warmth that cannot be forced or faked. The Six of Cups says your bond may touch something innocent and familiar in them, pure, easy. The next card appearing is the King of Pentacles. Now the reading becomes even more serious, because the King of Pentacles does not only feel he builds, he thinks about loyalty, he thinks about stability, he thinks about what can be protected and kept. So if this person is seeing a future with you, it may not be just fantasy, it may be practical in their mind already. They may be wondering how this could work, how it could grow, how it could become something solid over time. That is the energy of someone who is not trying to play with your heart. That is the energy of someone who may feel that the connection deserves real care. The next card opening here is the Star. This is one of the most hopeful cards in the deck. The Star says your presence may feel healing to them, bright, honest, calm in a way they did not expect. They may feel more like themselves around you, or they may feel that simply thinking about you brings a softness into their heart. And that is often when real future energy begins, not when attraction is loud, but when peace is real. Because when someone brings peace into your emotional world, you start wanting them in your life for longer than a moment. The next card arriving is Justice. This card says they are thinking clearly. They may understand that yes, there is a difference between you. Yes, the connection may make people talk, but Justice says they are not judging the connection from the outside only. They are weighing what is true, what is fair, what feels balanced between two hearts. And what may be standing out to them most is that what they feel is real, respectful, and emotionally honest. The final card in this first message is the Ten of Pentacles. This is the card of lasting love, long roads building together. So the reading closes with a strong answer. Yes, despite the age difference, this person sees a future with you. Not only a beautiful moment, not only attraction, not only chemistry, a future. There is one last thing coming through with this. Part of what may surprise them is that they did not plan to feel this deeply, but now they may be realizing that the heart does not always choose according to what looks easiest. And this person may know that with you, what they feel is real enough to matter. A different layer opens now, and this is where the heart stops asking whether the age difference matters and starts asking something much more powerful. Can this love last? Because when attraction is light, people focus on what looks unusual, but when feeling becomes deep, the soul begins looking at very different things: trust, peace, timing, safety, shared vision. The first card stepping forward here is the Empress. This card says there is something about you that feels deeply valuable to this person. Not only attractive, not only interesting, valuable. Your energy may feel warm, real, nurturing, and naturally magnetic to them. You may carry yourself in a way that makes them feel both drawn in and calmed down. And when someone feels that kind of richness in another person, they do not only want a moment. They start imagining what life would feel like with that person close for a long time. The next card appearing here is the Knight of Pentacles. This is very important because it says their feelings may be moving in a steady direction. Slow, maybe careful, yes, but serious. The Knight of Pentacles does not rush because what he wants to build matters too much to handle carelessly. So if this person is thinking about you, they may already be moving beyond surface emotion and into long-term thought. They may be asking themselves how to do this right, how to protect the connection, how to make sure what grows between you is not only beautiful but stable. The next card rising here is the Lovers, and this is one of the clearest signs that the connection feels real in their heart. The Lovers is not just passion, it is meaningful choice. The sense that another person matters enough to shift the inner world. So this person may feel that what exists between you is not random, not shallow, and not something easily dismissed by age or by outside noise. When they think about you, the bond may feel emotionally true, and emotional truth often speaks louder than outer difference. The next card stepping into the reading is the Four of Wands. This card carries joy, harmony, and the feeling of shared life. It says this person may not only be thinking about romance, they may be picturing real happiness with you, time together, peace together, a relationship that feels warm in ordinary life, not only intense in special moments. The Four of Wands is what appears when love begins to imagine itself as something lived, not merely felt. The next card appearing here is the Hermit. This is interesting because it says a lot of these feelings may still be happening quietly. They may not be announcing everything yet. They may be reflecting, weighing, and trying to understand the full depth of what they feel. But the Hermit does not mean absence. It means inner truth growing stronger in private. So even if this person is not showing every thought outwardly, the bond may still be becoming more meaningful inside them by the day. The next card arriving now is the Ace of Pentacles. This is one of the strongest cards for a real beginning, a grounded beginning, something that can be built slowly and honestly into a lasting future. So when the title says this person sees a future with you despite the age difference, this card strongly agrees. They may feel that the connection is not here to stay in fantasy. It is here to become something real if both hearts choose it. The final card appearing here is Temperance. This is the blessing over everything. Temperance says your energies may blend in a way that feels natural, even if the world expects it to feel complicated. There may be balance here, healing here. A sense that what is different on paper does not feel wrong in the soul. And that is why this person may not be frightened by what others notice first. They may be guided more by the peace, honesty, and emotional harmony they feel with you. So the message of this part is clear. This person may not be looking at the connection through fear. They may be looking at it through possibility. Not asking, what will people think? But asking, why does this feel so right? And there's one more thing here. Sometimes age difference matters less when two people meet in truth, maturity, and emotional understanding. This person may already be sensing that with you. The bond feels deeper than appearances, steadier than assumption, and more promising than they expected. That is why they may be thinking ahead now, not pulling away. They may still move thoughtfully. Yes, they may still take time to understand every feeling. Yes, but slow does not mean unsure. It may simply mean they want to honor what this could become. And what this could become in their heart is not small. It may be a future that feels steady, a love that feels chosen, a bond that feels worth protecting from outside noise. That is why the energy keeps saying the same thing. They are not turning away. They are leaning in more than you know, truly. Another truth comes forward here, and this one feels quieter, deeper, and even more certain Because sometimes a person is drawn to someone and knows it is attraction. Sometimes a person feels close to someone and knows it is comfort. But this feels like neither of those things by themselves. This feels like someone slowly realizing, I could actually build a life with this person. The first card stepping into the reading is the Three of Wands. This card is all about the future, looking ahead, imagining what comes next. So when this person thinks about you, they may not only be enjoying the connection for what it is right now, they may already be seeing where it could go. They may wonder what it would feel like to grow closer, to stay close, to make real plans instead of keeping everything in the world of possibility. The next card appearing here is the Queen of Cups. This is beautiful because it says your energy may feel deeply soothing to them. There may be something about your presence that makes them feel emotionally safe, seen, and understood. And when a person feels both attracted and emotionally safe with someone, the connection becomes much more serious in the heart than they first expected. This is not only about excitement, this is about emotional nourishment. This person may feel that being near you calms them, being heard by you softens them, being understood by you opens something in them that does not open easily. And that is one reason the age difference may start mattering less and less to them the deeper this bond goes. The next card stepping forward is the Ten of Cups. This is one of the strongest signs in tarot for emotional future energy. Happiness, togetherness, a bond that feels right in ordinary life, not only in special moments. So this person may be imagining more than romance. They may imagine waking up with you in their world, talking with you about everyday things, sharing quiet moments, laughter, and peace. Because when a person begins picturing emotional peace with someone, it means the heart is no longer focused on appearances first. The next card appearing here is the King of Swords. Now the reading gets even clearer because this card says they may be thinking very seriously about what this connection means. This is not blind emotion. The King of Swords wants truth, honesty, a real understanding of what is possible. So this person may have looked at the age difference already. They may have thought about the questions and the practical side of things, but instead of walking away, they may have arrived at a very direct conclusion. What I feel is real. What we have is real. And I do not want to dismiss something real just because it is not what other people expect. The next card arriving is the Ace of Cups. This says the feelings are still growing, still fresh, still full of life. The love is not fading under pressure. It is opening, becoming more obvious, becoming harder to deny. The Ace of Cups is the moment when the heart stops pretending that this is just a passing chapter and starts admitting that the emotion wants room to live. So if you have been wondering whether this person is trying to ignore what they feel because of the age difference, the cards say no. The feeling may actually be getting stronger the more they understand it. The next card appearing here is the Four of Pentacles. This tells me they may be holding this connection close to the heart, protecting it, thinking about it privately, not wanting outside voices to define what it means. The Four of Pentacles says they may not be ready to let the world shape the story before they have fully honored what they feel inside themselves. The final card appearing here is the Sunday. The Sunday says that underneath all the questions, what they feel with you is simple. Warm, real bright. Aleve, you may make life feel lighter to them. You may make the future feel less frightening to them. So the message of this part becomes very clear. This person is not only attracted to you, they are not only curious about what this bond could be. They may be picturing a future with you in a sincere way, and what gives them confidence is the truth of how good, how natural, and how emotionally right this connection feels when they stop listening to fear. There's one more layer here too. Part of what makes this bond so different may be that with you, they do not feel like they have to force anything. The closeness may feel natural. The conversation may feel natural. And when something feels natural in the soul, the mind starts finding it harder to reject it just because it looks different on the outside. That is why this reading feels so sure, because this person may know that some loves do not arrive in the expected shape. And right now, their heart may already be treating this connection like something worth choosing, worth protecting, and worth building into something real over time. A steadier message comes through here, and this is where the heart begins choosing trust over appearance. Because at a certain point, a person stops asking whether a connection looks easy from the outside and starts asking whether it feels true on the inside. That is the shift happening around this person. Now, the first card stepping forward is the Six of Pentacles. This card speaks of mutual care, shared effort, and the quiet wish to meet each other fairly. So this person may not only be dreaming about you, they may be thinking about how to create balance with you, how to show up well, how to build something where both hearts feel valued. That already tells us something important. They are not looking at the age difference and thinking only about limits. They may be looking at the connection and thinking about how to make it work in a healthy way. The next card appearing here is the Star. This is a beautiful sign because it says hope is still shining strongly in this bond. The star is what appears when someone feels there is something precious here, something worth believing in, something worth protecting from doubt. This person may feel that being with you brings a softer kind of light into their emotional world. You may help them feel more honest, more peaceful, and more connected to what truly matters. And when a person feels that kind of light with someone, they do not easily turn away. The next card rising now is the Eight of Pentacles. This card says they may already be thinking in terms of effort, real effort, not fantasy only. Not excitement, only effort. The Eight of Pentacles shows someone willing to learn, willing to adjust, willing to keep showing up for what matters. So even if the connection asks for patience, maturity, or careful handling, this person may not be frightened away by that. They may feel that what exists between you is worth the work it takes to build something solid. The next card appearing here is the Lovers. This confirms again that the bond is not light in their heart. It has meaning, it has pull, it has emotional truth. The Lover says they may already know that what they feel is not something they can reduce to a phase or explain away with logic. This is one of those connections that asks a person to choose what feels real instead of what looks simple. And this person may already be leaning toward that truth more than you realize. The next card stepping into the reading is the Knight of Pentacles. Now the energy becomes even more grounded because the Knight of Pentacles does not rush into love carelessly, but once he sees value, he moves with loyalty and patience. So if this person is seeing a future with you, it may be in a quiet, serious way. They may not need to perform dramatic emotion for it to be real. They may simply be taking you seriously, thinking carefully, letting the vision settle deeper with time. That kind of energy can sometimes look slow from the outside, but inside, it is often very sure. The next card appearing here is the Ten of Cups. This is one of the most beautiful confirmations in the deck. It says they may already imagine real happiness with you, not temporary joy, not a passing thrill, happiness that feels shared, lived, and emotionally complete. The Ten of Cups is the dream of a relationship that brings peace and emotional fullness into daily life. So when they think about the future, it may not only be about romance, it may be about emotional peace with you, a life that feels better because you are part of it. The final card arriving here is Temperance, and this is the blessing over the whole part. Temperance says the connection may feel balanced in a way that surprises them. Different pieces may blend naturally: life experience, emotion, timing, energy. What looks unusual from the outside may actually feel harmonious from the inside. That is why this person may trust the bond more than other people would expect. So the message of this part becomes very clear. This person is not only willing to feel for you, they may be willing to build with you. They may already sense that this connection has the ingredients for something lasting, and that what matters most is not what other people notice first, but what the heart knows when it is quiet. There is one more layer here too. Part of what makes this feel so real may be that this connection does not ask them to pretend. It may ask them to be mature. Yes, honest. Yes, thoughtful. Yes, but not false. And that can be rare. So if they are seeing a future with you despite the age difference, it may be because the bond itself keeps proving that it is deeper than surface judgment. That is why the energy feels calm, now not confused, not scattered. Certain because some hearts do not choose according to what is easiest to explain. They choose according to what feels like truth. And this person may already know that the truth of you is too meaningful to ignore. And this is where the future stops feeling like a distant picture and begins feeling like something this person could actually step into with you. Because there is a moment in every deep bond when the heart stops asking, could this work? And starts whispering, why am I still pretending I do not already want this? That is the feeling here. The first card stepping forward is the Four of Wands. This card speaks of shared happiness, warm space, and the kind of closeness that feels easy to live inside. So this person may not only be imagining romance with you, they may be imagining everyday joy, talking over simple things, laughing in the same room, building memories that feel calm, natural, and real. The Four of Wands says this bond may already feel like something that could hold real life, not just fantasy. The next card appearing here is the King of Cups. This tells me their feelings may be deeper and steadier than they first expected. This is not a card of random attraction or shallow excitement. The King of Cups feels with depth, care, and emotional seriousness. So if they are seeing a future with you, it may be because their heart has already crossed into a place where the feeling is no longer light. They may already know that what they feel deserves to be treated with honesty and respect. The next card rising now is the Ace of Pentacles. This is one of the strongest signs that the future they imagine is not only emotional, it is practical, real. The Ace of Pentacles is the beginning of something that can be built with patience and truth. So this person may not only be wondering whether they care for you, they may be wondering how this could become something stable, something visible, something strong enough to grow. The next card appearing here is the Nine of Pentacles. This card turns the light towards your value. They may see you as someone who knows your worth, someone who carries dignity, someone who does not need to chase or shrink to be chosen. And that may be one reason the connection feels so serious to them. You may not only stir attraction, you may awaken respect. The kind of respect that makes a person want to rise to meet you, not simply admire you from a distance. The next card stepping into the reading is the Two of Cups. This confirms again that what exists here is not one-sided hope. It is real emotional meeting. The Two of Cups is the kind of bond that feels mutual in spirit even when everything has not yet been spoken. So when this person thinks about the future, they may not feel like they are building castles in the air. They may feel like they are responding to something genuine, something already alive between you. The next card appearing here is the Eight of Pentacles. This says they may be willing to work for this, to learn, to stay steady, to handle the connection with care. The Eight of Pentacles is not a daydream card. It is a devotion card. It shows someone willing to put real effort into what matters. So if they are seeing a future with you, they may also be quietly accepting that real love asks for patience, attention, and consistency. The final card arriving here is the Sunday, and this is the blessing over the whole message. The Sunday says the deeper truth is simple. You make this person feel hopeful. You make the future feel brighter. You make the connection feel worth believing in. So the message of this part becomes very clear. Yes, despite the age difference, this person sees a future with you, not because they are ignoring reality, not because they are lost in fantasy, because what they feel keeps proving itself inside them as something clear, warm, and worth trusting. There is one more layer here too. Part of what may be making this future energy feel so strong is that the connection may bring them both comfort and direction. You may not only make them feel wanted, you may make them feel sure, and that is rare. Because many people can create excitement, but very few create a sense of real peace inside the heart. That is why this bond keeps standing out. The outside world may notice the difference first, but this person may notice the truth first. And the truth in their heart may be this. If love feels this real, if peace feels this natural, if the future feels this bright when I imagine them in it, then this connection is not something to run from. It is something to choose. So even if they move carefully, even if they think deeply before every step, do not mistake that care for doubt. Care can be another form of seriousness. And serious love does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes it arrives like a steady hand, a clear gaze, and a heart that has already decided quietly. I can see a life here that may be exactly what is happening now. They are not only feeling you in the present, they may already be placing you very gently inside tomorrow as well, clearly. A final layer opens here, and everything becomes very clear. This person is not only feeling something beautiful in the present, they are allowing themselves to imagine a real tomorrow with you. And that matters because there is a big difference between someone enjoying a connection and someone quietly placing you inside their future plans, their private hopes, and the life they want to build. The first card appearing here is the Ten of Pentacles. This card speaks of long roads, lasting bonds, and love that is strong enough to become part of everyday life. It is not a quick spark. It is not a temporary chapter. The Ten of Pentacles says this person may already feel that what exists between you could grow into something stable, loyal, and deeply rooted. So when they think about the age difference, they may not only see what is unusual, they may see what is possible when two people care in a real and grounded way. The next card appearing here is the Lovers. This is one of the deepest signs in the whole reading because the Lovers is not only attraction, it is choice. It is the heart recognizing something true and slowly deciding that truth matters more than fear, outside opinions, or the simple idea of what a connection should look like. This person may already know that what they feel with you is not ordinary. It may feel meaningful enough that they do not want to let the difference between you erase the bond itself. The next card appearing here is the Emperor. Now the energy becomes very serious. The Emperor does not only want emotion, he wants structure, he wants something that can stand. So if this person sees a future with you, it may not be in a dreamy, careless way. It may be in a very intentional way. They may already be thinking about what it would take to make this real, healthy, and protected. That means the connection may be stirring not only love in them, but responsibility. The next card appearing here is the Star. This is beautiful because it says hope is guiding them more than fear right now. The Star is quiet faith, the sense that something precious can still be trusted, even if it looks different from what people usually expect. This person may feel that being with you brings light into their life, peace, openness, a kind of emotional ease that is hard to find. And when a bond brings that kind of feeling, people begin believing in futures they once told themselves they would never consider. The next card appearing here is the Six of Pentacles. This tells me they may also see fairness and balance in the bond. They may not feel that the age difference creates something unequal in the emotional space between you. Instead, they may feel that care flows naturally, that respect is present, and that the connection gives both of you something real. Future energy grows stronger when a person feels not only desire, but emotional balance too. The next card appearing here is the Ace of Cups, and this is the heart opening fully. The Ace of Cups says the feeling is not shrinking under doubt. It is rising, becoming fuller, becoming more sincere, becoming harder to deny. So the future this person sees may not come from logic alone. It may come from the simple fact that the heart keeps expanding every time they think about you. The final card appearing here is the Sunday. This is the clearest blessing the reading could end with. The Sunday says truth is simple, warm, honest, alive. This person may feel happier when they imagine you beside them, brighter when they let themselves believe in the bond, more certain when they stop listening to noise and start listening to what the connection feels like in the soul. So the message of this part becomes very clear. Yes, despite the age difference,